I am Gabrielle Drostovsky, the director of the Eyes in the Sky program, a program of the Santa Barbara Audubon Society. We're located at the Santa Barbara Museum of Natural History, where we have an aviary that houses 7 birds of prey that can't survive in the wild anymore. Meet Your Wild Neighbor is my heart project. It's a 5-week nature science program, and it has 3 versions. First graders learn about common neighborhood birds, second graders learn about birds of prey, and third graders learn about seabirds. There is a 1-hour lesson once a week, and 2 of the sessions are field trips. One is a neighborhood birding field trip, and the other one is around Lake Los Caneros in Goleta. The class for the first grade is 12 neighborhood species, so they learn about birds that they are already familiar with, which they see in their yard or in the playground every day. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name is Miss Gabrielle, and we're all here to help you learn about birds. Birds that are in our yard, birds that are on our beach, and so on. I have made some very special folders for every one of you. Okay, now every week you're going to get more cards to put into these envelopes, and we're going to play a game. These cards are called clue cards.
Clue cards.
Those are clue cards. These are the bird picture cards, and these are the clue cards because they have clues. And what do these pictures show you?
What animals eat.
What the animals eat, what that great horned owl eats, right? What else does it show? Where the animals live, where they nest, whether they're nocturnal or diurnal, and that means whether they're awake in the daytime or whether they're awake at night. And you see the moon, that means this bird is awake at night. That's because owls are awake at night, right? Yeah. During the first session, what we do is we give them a test, which basically is 12 pictures of the neighborhood birds and then their names next to them. And they have to draw a line from the name to the picture of the correct bird, so we can find out what they already know and what they really need to learn. And then we also, there's a second pre-test, and that is a sound test. Listen to the sound and draw a line to the bird that you think makes that sound. And then we put the folders aside and bring out our wonderful great horned owl, Max. Today I'm going to show you a live owl. Okay, Max. Are you ready? Yeah. Turn around. Turn around, Max. How many of you have heard that sound before? Oh, okay. Well, then you have heard the sound of a great horned owl, because only the great horned owl makes that specific sound. Most of the time it means, I'm Max, the great horned owl, this is my home, this is my territory. And if you're another great horned owl, watch out, because I'm going to make hamburger out of you. In the second class, they get more cards, and then we play the card games. And we bring another bird, too. And that is their reward for playing the games with us, the sound game, the card games. On week 3 with first grade, we take a neighborhood bird walk. This is called a species checklist. And I put down the birds that we might see around here. So let's say we see an acorn woodpecker, or we hear an acorn woodpecker. Then if we see one acorn woodpecker, we put a check mark in, right? If we see 3 acorn woodpeckers, we write in the number 3. We're going to walk around in this neighborhood so we can see what kind of birds we can see in our own neighborhood. Okay, everybody make the woodpecker sound. How about this one? On week 4, we have a really good one, and it is a big field trip around Lake Los Carneros. By then, they have gotten all of their cards. They know how to recognize a lot of birds by sound and by name, and now they're also looking at a whole other group of birds as we walk around the lake.
It's in the hole.
And then the final session is really playing with the cards a lot and then doing the post-test. And that's the same, exactly the same test that we did at the beginning. So we can assess what they have learned. And the success rate is pretty amazing. This year's second grader learned about raptors. It's the same kind of system. We use the same cards, except in second grade we substitute the reference library cards with riddle cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a riddle, and you're going to try to find the bird that goes with the riddle. I soar in the sky, flying up high. Sometimes I wait on a telephone pole to spot my next meal, that's my goal. Squirrels, rabbits, rats, and snakes, I wait till they move or make mistakes. The right one is the red-tailed hawk. We have a third grade version as well, and that's 8 different local seabird families. We're hoping to run that next year. If we do, it'll be the first time that the same group of students has done all 3 versions. Over the past 14 years, we've always been able to pay for all of these Meet Your Wild Neighbor expenses through grants. The low-income schools we serve do not have the financial resources to pay for a program like this, and we love to do it. It all just comes together, and that's what allows them to learn such a huge amount in 5 weeks. They remember it because they now care about the birds. Before, they saw them fly by, but they had no idea how to relate to them, or how to act around them. And so they have learned all of that. And since they have seen our birds, the live raptors, it just strengthens that bond. They care about them because they were formerly injured and they can't be in the wild anymore, and they care. They really care.